Welcome back to Horrifying Stories. The Countess of Chester Hospital in northern England saw a sudden rise of deaths in its neonatal unit. In the years prior, the average infant deaths per year was less than 3. However, between June 2015 to June 2016, 7 babies died and 6 other babies barely survived under the care of a nurse in what was known to be the most prolific child serial killing in the UK. This is their horrifying story. Viewer discretion is advised. Born on January 4, 1990, Lucy Letby has always wanted to work with children, and so Lucy worked hard on her academics to achieve the career she has wanted ever since. In her family, she was the first to enter into university and took up nursing at University of Chester. During the 3 years that she studied nursing, she had been exposed to actual hospital work, and most of the time she rendered hours at the Countess of Chester Hospital. Her usual assignment as a student nurse was either in the neonatal unit or the children's ward. In September 2011, she became a Band 5 nurse, a job grade in the system of UK's NHS that refers to newly qualified nurses, and became a full-fledged nurse at the same hospital starting from January of 2012. However, it was only in spring of 2015 when she got qualified to work at the neonatal intensive care unit. Then, the mysterious sudden deaths started to rise. In June 2015, 3 babies died and another one went close to death, all under her care in the neonatal unit. Whereas in previous years, there were only an average of around 3 infant deaths within 1 full year. By August, another baby died and 1 other baby was in critical condition. The following month, in September, yet another baby went close to death. By October, another baby had died in the neonatal unit, all still under her care. In 2016, 2 babies were in a critical condition in April, and by June, another 2 died while 1 went close to death. As early as July 2015, some doctors have noticed the pattern and tried raising their concerns. In October 2015, one of the doctors in the hospital, Dr. Stephen Breary, a neonatal unit lead consultant, decided to speak up as well. He let the hospital management know of the alarming observations he and some of the other doctors have regarding the increase of infant deaths and its possible link to Lucy Letby. Another doctor who voiced out his concerns to management was Countess of Chester's consultant pediatrician Dr. Ravi Jairam. However, senior managers of the hospital did not hear them out and didn't investigate further into the case. When 2 of the triplets died in 1 near-fatal case in June 2016, Lucy was pulled out of the neonatal unit and was assigned to do clerical work in the Risk and Patient Safety Office. By September 2016, the Royal College of Nursing officially advised her through a letter that she was being investigated in relation to the deaths of the babies. Within the same month, Lucy also filed a grievance against the hospital management with regard to her job reassignment. Months later, the accusations made against her were resolved in favor of Lucy Letby. To make matters worse, the hospital management made the doctors issue a formal apology letter to Lucy. She was supposed to be assigned to the neonatal unit again in March 2017, but it didn't push through. Instead, the hospital informed the police, and it eventually led to a full-blown police investigation which was dubbed as Operation Hummingbird. With a task force of around 70 officers and civilian staff, a total of 32,000 pages of evidence have been gathered, including the hospital's medical records. Out of around 2,000 people they called in for inquiry, 250 have been identified as possible witnesses. 2 of the senior investigating officers would say that this case was devastating and unlike any other. By July 2018, more than 1 year after Operation Hummingbird was launched, police knocked on the door of her home in Chester and arrested Lucy Letby. She managed to post a bail, but she was arrested again in 2019, before charges were officially filed against her in November 2020. The 10-month trial was held at the Manchester Crown Court beginning last October 2022 and was thought to be one of the longest murder trials in the UK. The jury was composed of 4 men and 7 women. Lucy Letby was prosecuted for the murder of a total of 7 babies and attempted murder of another 10 within the period of June 2015 to June 2016. Lucy Letby pleaded not guilty for all the 22 charges filed against her. To her defense, Lucy's legal team attempted to maintain her innocence, saying that the deaths and near-death cases were only a result of errors in the course of providing health care to the patients in the hospital's neonatal unit. They claimed Lucy was the victim in this case and was somehow made to be a scapegoat, putting all the blame on her for a messed-up system. However, the prosecution team presented evidence of how her mind was so twisted. They accused Lucy of being a calculating and devious opportunist, who made her colleagues believe that the baby's already vulnerable condition suddenly worsened just so she could cover up her crimes. In senior Crown Prosecutor Pascal Jones' words, Lucy perverted her learning and weaponized her craft to inflict harm, grief, and death. In her hands, innocuous substances like air, milk, fluids, or medication like insulin would become lethal. During the course of the trial, to protect the identity of Lucy's innocent victims, they were referred to as Baby A up to Baby P in alphabetical order, according to when the heartless crime happened. In the case of Baby G, who nearly died in September 2015, 2 counts of attempted murder had been charged against Lucy. Baby E, one of twin boys, was murdered by Lucy by injecting air into his bloodstream. The following day, Baby E's twin brother, referred to as Baby F, nearly died after Lucy injected insulin into his system. The twins' mother testified in court that she had trusted Lucy as she cared for her twins. But one night, as she visited the intensive care unit, she noticed something was odd with Baby E. She saw him bleeding and screaming, a scream that she claimed seemed strange coming from a tiny baby. It was not just a cry. It turned out that Lucy had already tried to kill him before she arrived. However, no post-mortem examination had been performed on Baby E, and all the while she thought her son died a natural death. Meanwhile, although Baby F survived, the now 7-year-old boy has had to live with serious effects from his near-death encounter when he was a baby. Indeed, this cunning lady, now 33 years old, seemed perfectly normal at face value, but deep inside, her mind was completely messed up. One of the pieces of evidence gathered by the police when they conducted a search in Lucy's bedroom were handwritten notes. It was in those notes that proved how disturbed her mind was, with phrases such as, "I don't deserve to live. I killed them on purpose because I'm not good enough to care for them. I am a horrible, evil person." And with more emphasis, the words, "I am evil. I did this." But what's even more disturbing was the fact that she had even tried to reach out to the parents of one of her victims, offering comfort to the bereaved family and going as far as sending a sympathy card and ending her letter with, "Lots of love, Lucy." After 10 months and 76 hours of deliberation, last August 8, 2023, the jury gave out the first set of verdicts.
Lucy Letby, on each of the 7 offences of murder and the 7 offences of attempted murder, I sentence you to imprisonment for life. Because the seriousness of your offences is exceptionally high, I direct that the early release provisions do not apply. The order of the court, therefore, is a whole life order on each and every offence, and you will spend the rest of your life in prison.
Lucy Letby was found guilty of murdering 7 babies. The second set of verdict was released on August 11th, with the jury finding her not guilty on 2 counts of attempted murder, but guilty of another 6. There were 6 other charges of attempted murder that the jury was not able to reach a verdict, and has been filed by the prosecution team for a retrial. For reasons which the judge did not disclose, Lucy Letby did not attend the day of her sentencing. Now, Senior Appeal Court Judge Lady Justice Thirdwall has been assigned to proceed with further inquiry if there has been any mishandling or negligence on the part of the hospital management and even the NHS. It seeks to also investigate further how the doctor's concerns have not been heard and dealt with, which could have possibly prevented additional deaths if taken seriously. During the inquiry, investigators will expand their scope to capture the whole period from when she started in the hospital in January 2012 to June 2016, including records of around 4,000 babies. They plan to filter and only dig into detailed cases which are alarming. Lucy Letby was sentenced to life imprisonment with no chances of parole. However, no amount of punishment will ever bring back the lives of the babies lost. Tragically, those who survived will also forever suffer the scars and the impact of such a horrifying crime. Thank you for making it this far. If you liked the video, click the like button and subscribe. For any story suggestions, please drop us a comment below. We would love to hear from you. Again, thank you and see you on the next one.